welcome in. I'm the coach, and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week, and the wait is finally over. It's time to play ball.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Former Heisman winner leading them out. The two-time Pro Bowler in his first 3 seasons, the electric Kyler Murray.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. All right, Charles, quick Emmitt Smith story. You've heard of the Madden video game, right?
I have heard of the Madden video game, no doubt about it.
The legend goes that Coach Madden said players used to come up to him all the time and complain that their ratings were too low. The only person, though, that came up and said, hey, Mom. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They give him a gain of 37. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Murray going to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Kyler Murray taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Solid finish to a solid opening drive, and that's the threat that he represents. He can take off and score on you.
What he makes it is 11-on-11 football, because a lot of the times the quarterback isn't much of a runner, so you don't have to account for him. Well, you do with him, and now he actually gets a lead blocker instead, and he's able to cash that one in.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the rookie who played his college ball for the Pitt Panthers, so that's Kenny Pickett. Try and start this drive in the air. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw, Pickett. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Johnson to return it. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That one goes for 36 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. After 1, it's 9-0. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Here's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, you don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
That is incomplete. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. Open man. Completes it to Claypool. On the move past the 40.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Here's Pickett.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Murray sets to throw on fourth. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now an inside give to McCoy. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Pickett will look to throw it here. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Murray's throw taken in by Moss.
He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also get...
Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
First down, Murray. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. He's got it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers, but hands.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Kyler Murray, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Pretty move by Shady. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Again, it's McCoy. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Going for the deep ball.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On 2nd and 10, Pickett. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Pickett right back to the air again.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Murray now to throw.
Is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Kyler Murray, an 8-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
That right there, Charles, is your exclamation mark. They already had the nice lead on their way. One final touchdown here to widen the margin late in the 4th quarter.
Let's make it pretty simple. When you can seemingly score at will, why wouldn't you take advantage of being in that zone and getting one more to cap off this game?
Tucker with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pickett now on 1st down. Phillips has it running the out route.
And he goes out right around the 39.
From the 39, Pickett. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Steve Atwater with a pick. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them,
they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Tucker now to add the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you or what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they?
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the 8-time Pro Bowler, Steve Atwater. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
But not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play. It's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And Brandon, I just